Wow, what a beautiful balcony. Everything in its place. Hey, you! Down here! Who are you? What are you doing here? Me? I'm just a guy who loves to sit and admire nature. Oh, yeah. That's God's doing, you know. Maybe. Who's to say? Who's to say? He's to say. God, you there? Yes, Turdy. Always. Oh my God, is that God? Yeah, who else? Jared. You must make a video. I do? Yes. About what? You will know. Remember, I'm not finished with you yet. I wonder what that means. Hiya, pal! Did you know that God loves you just the way you are? If you didn't, then I have the perfect movie for you! Oops, sorry, wrong one. I meant Hermie, a Common Caterpillar. It was a TV animated Christian children's movie from Glueworks Entertainment that was kind of the Iron Man of the Hermie and Friends cinematic universe. I mean, come on, this is Hermie we're talking about, not Busby. I had this movie as part of a collection as a kid, but only really watched this one because after seeing it, you don't really need anything else. You're hooked on those 35 minutes. I never really forgot about it and even watched it a few more times while growing up. The entire thing is on YouTube for free, so I recently revisited it and wow! This is a very weird movie. Not really because it's a Christian film, but because of the decisions it makes for the story. In fact, for a film made by an evangelical preacher, this is one of the least pushy Christian films I've seen. There's not much of an agenda hiding behind it. Okay, it has something to do with it, but I did say very little, not nothing. You can make the same film without the Christian aspects, is all I'm saying. Hermie, a Common Caterpillar was originally written by Pastor Max Lucado as a Christian children's early reading book. A direct-to-video movie was produced at the same time by Tommy Nelson and Glueworks Entertainment and released not even a month later. It was massively successful, so they ended up making it into a series with 15 more episodes released in total by the end of the run in 2010. Not that Max Lucado needed that success, he had already published several Christian bestsellers in the 80s and 90s and stopped taking payment from his church before Hermie came around. I've not dived super deep into what Max Lucado preaches because I kind of just want to talk about the movie, and at the end of the day, a lot of Christian beliefs are either something you fuck with or really don't fuck with. He seems to focus on implementing Christian values into everyday life and preaching about God as graceful and merciful. From what I can tell, he's not actively using his religion against other people. There's this essay from 1998 where the writer, who thinks people should follow Christian doctrine very strictly, criticizes Lucado for a bunch of things that I personally think make Lucado a better Christian and person. Also, in 2016, Lucado wrote an article about how Donald Trump's lack of decency makes him unfit for office, his disappointment in Christians for rallying under someone so unemblematic of their faith, and Trump's weaponization of people's anger as a sign of trouble. At the same time, Lucado also really hypes up the rapture and believes people who don't accept Christ into their lives are going to end up going to hell. So much for God's mercy, I guess. But that's enough about Max Lucado. I want me some Hermie!
A garden. Everything that is good and perfect. Why, just the way God intended.
Random thing to say, probably unrelated to anything.
Down here. Who are you?
I'm Max Lucado.
It's him! It's Max Lucado!
Can you spin a web? Can you float like a butterfly? Do you sting like a bee?
No.
You must not be very special either.
Well, sure I am, and you're special too.
Okay, I would love to get the theme of the movie.
You know, if you don't do anything special, you start to wonder if you are special. But as Hermie finds out, he's far from a common caterpillar.
Then you must be terrible at naming movies. The opening credits sequence shows us that this is pretty well animated, especially for 2003. We see a beautiful little butterfly just enjoying life as much as it can. No problems, no worries, just innocent, majestic bliss. It lands in front of Hermie, who one could refer to as a common caterpillar of sorts. And Hermie's like,
wow. Oh, boy. Oh, check this out. You're gonna miss it.
Which he says to absolutely no one. He's not even looking at the camera like he's talking to us. By the way, Hermie is played by Tim Conway, aka Barnacle Boy.
I'm gonna destroy this thing with my sulfur vision.
Oh.
I think Hermie might have a mental condition. He started daydreaming up in that tree and only snapped out of it after getting concussed by a flower stem, which is on the ground. After coming to, Hermie runs into two caterpillars, one with stripes and one with spots. He then looks down at his own quadruple booty to discover nothing. He's got nothing going on.
Hey, Milt, how would you describe me?
Ordinary.
That's the wrong answer, Milt. Obviously, haven't looked up at the title in the sky, Milt. This interaction sends Hermie straight into depression and causes him to become obsessed with how boring he is. And every time he sees the butterfly, he's just reminded of how he pales in comparison in terms of interestingness. That's just like a real human thing going on there. While pretending to be eating a leaf with the gang, Hermie gets so exasperated at seeing the butterfly again that he does this and decides, I'm gonna try to fly. It's so funny that he was just thinking, man, I wish I had an interesting pattern or something, and he doesn't even try to fix that. He goes straight to jumping off the highest branch he could find. Of course, it doesn't work out great. Could have been worse though. That spider web could have been sticky. Like at all. He face plants and all the other caterpillars laugh at him. That must suck. But I gotta be honest, you're already beating the ordinary allegations. You're the only one doing this crazy shit. Something else he's the only one doing is religion. At night, when all the other guys are sleeping, which caterpillars do not do, Hermie climbs up on a flower and talks to God in the Mario Galaxy filter. And by talks to God, I mean he and God talk. It's a dialogue. Which I guess is fine as a creative choice. But the original publication of the Hermie book literally said, of course, Hermie didn't really hear God speak out loud. God spoke in Hermie's heart. It's an intentional message saying that God's not going to literally respond to you when you're praying. Instead, you get a more intrinsic spiritual feeling, sort of like manifestation or meditation from practicing prayer. The movie completely flips that around. And if you're thinking, maybe Hermie isn't literally hearing God here either, I want you to look at the later movie tie-in version of the Hermie a Common Caterpillar book that completely omits that part about God not literally talking.
God, are you awake?
Always, Hermie.
Just like a caterpillar.
Why did you make me so common? I mean, other caterpillars have stripes. Some have spots. I don't have anything.
So you jumped off a tree and tried to fly. No, God doesn't actually say that. He doesn't get to say much of anything.
I'm just Hermie.
And I'm just Wormy.
In the house!
Do you, talk to God?
Yeah. Oh, sure. All the time.
Really?
If I were Hermie, struggling with how not a single aspect of me is unique, I would be pissed about Wormy also having a connection to God. But this is a Christian movie, so it doesn't spark anything but friendship. So they dap each other up so hard they go flying, and all the caterpillars start laughing at them. The next day, Hermie brings Wormy along to see the butterfly and show him what it takes to be a stalker.
I want to be unique. Like that. Don't you?
Uh-oh. Hermie's floating again. This time in song!
What's a worm gotta do?
Now, I would love to play this whole song for you, but that would take 2 minutes and 21 seconds. I really would, because it's actually a great song that I haven't forgotten since I was a toddler. Essentially, Hermie wants to be bigger, a little smaller, a little thinner, or maybe last a little longer?
Think of what I could do.
He's wondering if there's a plan for his life that involves more than
Sitting around eating leaves.
It's a great song. Highly recommend you check it out. I wonder how much time Tim Conway spent doing voice lines like,
Oh, look at that.
Oh, boy.
Whoa. Look at that. Oh, boy. Look at that.
After the song, Hermie and Wormy talk to God. Yep, God even talks to Wormy.
Hi, Hermie. Hi, Wormy.
They, and by they I really mean just Hermie, say that they want to be different because they're too common. God says,
Don't worry, I'm not finished with you yet. I'm giving you a heart just like mine.
You know, so far, God talking directly to Hermie hasn't added anything. He's being so vague that he might as well not have lines. It's like they were so concerned with putting the God has a plan thing in, even though every character in this movie already says it. And even if they didn't say it explicitly, Wormy is the perfect character to show it. He doesn't have stripes or spots. Heck, he'd probably love to be green like Hermie instead of light brown. But he's content living the life that he's been given and would be the perfect narrative vessel to say, if there's a plan for me, I'm not going to force anything to be something that I can't be or am not ready to be yet. Unfortunately, Wormy's narrative potential is wasted.
Well, there's the...
He spends the whole movie watching Hermie lose his mind. It's like Greg and Rowley, but if Rowley never stood up for the stuff he likes in his life that Greg's not okay with. There's so many things in this movie that get messed up because they tried to substitute prayer with Hermie having a divine prophetic connection to God. It also just makes the film unrelatable, and it's obviously trying to reflect experiences that people have. Feeling boring, wanting to be more, not knowing where their life is going or why they're there. Having God be an actual speaking character saying, "Trust me," denies the movie's relatability, even to Christian audiences, because that's not how they communicate with God. Am I taking this too seriously? Yes, I'll move on. Hermie asks a question I've been asking for years.
Why do we have to eat leaves? Hey, how about rocks? I don't know anything that eats rocks.
Hermie, how about you paint some stripes or spots on you? How about that? How about you try that, okay?
Now, here's a tasty little treat. Here goes. Ow!
Suddenly, an ant shows up and throws a pine cone towards them. If there's one thing to say about this ant, it's that he's quite strong. If there's two things to say, it's that he has a sexy, deep voice.
I can carry up to 50 times my weight.
Oh, how do you carry such a big load?
Hermie has another daydream where he's buff and carries a big rock and gets woken up yet again by a concussion.
Oh, sorry about that.
I guess I don't know my own strength.
I don't think strength had anything to do with you aiming at his head. Also, you literally just told us exactly how strong you are in quantifiable terms.
I can carry up to 50 times my weight.
Hermie wants to be strong now, so naturally he comes up with this idea.
All you have to do is jump, land on the end of the stick, send a pine cone into the air so it will fall into my arms. You got that?
Got it. You're not strong enough to pick up the pine cone, so you're going to risk your friend's life to launch the pine cone up in the air, which will magically make it lighter for you when you inevitably have to hold the weight of the pine cone anyway. Wormy genuinely looks scared for his life. He should not jump. He jumped. And Hermie died, and the pine cone hit the ants and they're freaking the fuck out and in war?
I'll be back.
Great reference! Hermie and Wormy go back to the divine communication flower so Hermie can tell God that he wants to be unique right freaking now, even though he just proved his immortality.
Don't worry, Hermie and Wormy. I'm not finished with you yet. I'm giving you a heart just like mine.
Same old thing again, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Or, in other words.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the heart. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Also, don't lump Wormy in with Hermie like that. Wormy's not even expressed an inkling of wanting to change. He's just trying to help Hermie through his mental crisis. Heck, he's probably playing along with this talking directly to God thing so Hermie doesn't feel insane.
You know, maybe you were too high.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's over there. It's a victim blaming. Out of nowhere, like God punishing them, raindrops fall perfectly onto their heads and they respond by saying,
What was that?
Because they've never seen rain before. They get absolutely demolished by the storm. A storm of, let's just say, biblical proportions. Good thing a complete stranger is there to save them.
It's dry over here.
We're getting soaked.
Is that the biggest issue here?
I'd invite you in, but there's not enough room. You should have a house like I have.
And you know what? That right there is the problem with the middle class these days. Look, that snail is not taking up a single centimeter of that fully furnished living room.
Umbrella?
No thanks.
Okay, Hermie, do you want help or not? In his typical fashion, Hermie ignores the real problem and imagines what it would be like to carry a house on his back lumps everywhere he goes. And it falls over and kills him and the other caterpillars. Just because. I like that we get to see what he looks like during his trances here.
We have work to do.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Hermie, I cannot believe you climbed up another tree for this freak.
When I say go, you release the vine, which will drop that beehive on my back.
This is almost the exact same plan as last time. Hermie, you have to reason with him.
Why would you want to be plain?
Because it's safer?
You're barely making an effort here, man. Almost like God had a hand in it, the beehive falls in a way that really looks like it's not going to hit Hermie, but it does, and crushes him. The butterfly passing by at the end is kind of evil, though. Hermie talks to God again, and guess what? Is it the exact same conversation? Congratulations, Skippy. You're right.
And I'm not finished with you yet.
Hey, Hermie, if God's not finished with us, what do you think he still has to do?
Damn it, Hermie. I need you to push back a little harder than that. Just one time where you say, Hermie, you are being a danger to yourself and others to fulfill something that is unnatural and unachievable.
Maybe we should just wait and see.
Wait till you see that.
Hi, you guys.
Is that not a human's head on a ladybug? So far, the characters have been accurate to the look of the animal they are, but with an animated face. This one is just different.
You are beautiful.
Gee, guys, thanks. But I'm married.
Okay, you heard her. Don't say anything weird.
Your spots, they're so...
Gorgeous.
And so...
Black.
So,
Perfectly round.
Hermie daydreams that he's got an awesome leather jacket with spots on it. I'm pissed! Hermie, this is what you wanted from the very beginning of the conflict. You did not need to run into a ladybug to get this idea. A caterpillar with spots was not unheard of. It was the second character you ran into in the movie. That caterpillar with spots is taking a picture of you because you put spots on yourself. And then I see things like that, and I'm like, why am I even mad?
I really had nothing to do with it. This is how God made me.
Yeah, we know.
Oh God, we're losing Hermie. Hey, maybe they should show the other caterpillars their super speed.
I'm having a severe case of been there, done that.
And that's completely your fault.
this'll be different, trust me. Look, all you have to do is drop a blueberry on me.
If Hermie goes through with this plan, he will have effectively become an accessory to Hermie's mental illness.
Okay, here goes.
Wow. The blueberry accidentally knocks down a bunch of other blueberries. And what does Hermie do? He dodges all of them. The dumbest caterpillar I've ever seen. And that's saying something.
Hermie, come back. Come on back.
No, let him leave. Let him give up. Why would you say that to him? They then decided to use every single take of Don Knotts saying,
Hermie, 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 Hermie. What are you doing?
Hiding so no one sees my common face.
Hermie, that's the least common thing about you.
You can't stay in there forever.
Well, who would even notice?
I would.
Sorry, Wormy. I caused so much trouble.
Well, it's not me you have to apologize to.
Actually, it is. Hermie dragged Wormy through all of that, to get ridiculed, to get blamed over and over again, to be told to his face that he should feel bad about himself just because Hermie does. Wormy was psychologically manipulated into believing that they needed to change themselves through drastic measures to the point where he was distressed when Hermie decided to give up on it.
We're sorry, God.
See? He's still lumping Wormy in with him. God then explains that he made all the animals Hermie had encountered and says,
If I made all those creatures special, then there must be something special about you. Do you think I made a mistake when I made you?
I don't think you made a physical mistake, but you definitely created a mental error.
Isn't it enough that I love you just the way you are?
Not really what I would say at this moment. I love you, so why are you so upset?
But remember, I'm not finished with you yet.
I'm about finished with you saying that sentence.
Wormy?
Yes, Hermie?
It's tiring trying to be something you're not.
sure is.
God, it's okay that I'm a common caterpillar. I have a great God, and that makes me special.
Jesus Christ, Hermie. I have not seen someone miss the point more. Oh, wow! The butterfly returned! And hey, a song! Wow, it's like the song's about God not being finished with me yet. God's not finished with you yet. God damn! I love how inspirational the song is, but they just put it over random clips from the movie so far, mostly those of Hermie suffering.
What's going on? Who turned off the lights? You gotta get me out of here. I don't like this. Oh, no!
Wow! He's...
Hermie!
I don't like his legs.
I'm a butterfly!
Hermie, you're a butterfly!
Yeah, he just said that!
I'm flying! Woohoo!
This is epic. Incredible cinema. Accurate, too. You can tell through his voice that he went through some developmental changes.
Hello, Aunt!
You are the most beautiful butterfly I've ever seen.
Oh, sorry. You're married.
Look at him show off in front of all the other caterpillars. They never thought he'd amount to being more than common. Well, look at him now. Wait, when they become butterflies, is he just gonna be like... Look at him now! Wow, he's changed so much, but he's still the same Hermie. Look at him, endangering his friend's life even after getting everything he wanted.
God was not finished with me yet. And if he's not finished with me, he's not finished with you.
And now Wormy's a butterfly! Look at them go!
God?
Non-believers, don't you know that... Wait, this doesn't have anything to do with praying.
I'm glad God's not finished with me yet either. You know he loves us just the way we are. That's not fair.
I know it, yeah, boy.
You
Wait
got
a minute,
wings.
hey.
Why is he trying to catch Hermie? Why am I trying to rationalize anything? This movie doesn't make any fucking sense. Hermie sees a butterfly and a bunch of other animals and says, wow, I wish I could be like them. God says he's not finished with him yet and that he's special just as he is. Then Hermie goes and turns into a butterfly. But that's not proof that he was special, that's proof that butterflies are special. When he was a caterpillar, he was common. He wasn't worth much until he was a butterfly. How is that supposed to translate into audiences' lives? You're special just as you are, because someday you'll be something completely different. Imagine if in Monsters University, Mike Wazowski looked up to that BDE Chad from the beginning and was like, I want to be just like him someday. And his character arc was that at the end of the movie, he literally became that guy. That doesn't tell me anything. Okay, I'm being really harsh. It's a metaphor in a kid's movie. It's not supposed to be hyperanalyzed, but that's what I do. When I was a kid, I watched this Winnie the Pooh movie where Christopher Robin went missing and Owl read this note saying that he had gone to Skull. So they went on this whole adventure where they literally went to a giant skull and Christopher Robin walked out and said, Silly Billy, I wasn't at Skull, I was at school. And they all laugh about it. But Christopher Robin was at the giant skull, so it didn't make any fucking sense. Overall, I think Hermie, A Common Caterpillar is a really well-made children's movie for what it is, and it doesn't weaponize religion like most of the Christian movies I've seen. It's not surprising to me that this did so well. The only problem I have with it is that the moral that they're trying to teach and the story that they tell don't really line up. Let's think about it from the perspective of a non-Christian viewer. If Hermie learned to be happy with who he was and then turned into a butterfly, it would be more understandable as a metaphor. But he's never happy with himself. He gives up on trying to be different and wakes up the next morning in a different body. Now, if you were a Christian watching this, you would be even more removed from the moral because the connection Hermie has to God is too tangible and literal for a person to pursue in a spiritual, internal way. Kids are going to walk away from this movie saying, Mommy, why doesn't God talk back to me? I feel like Max Lucado knew that when he wrote the book, but in production of the movie, they couldn't come up with a good substitute for the narrator. You could have just used the narrator, though. I'm curious to see if the other Hermie and Friends films got better over time, or if they're kind of just the same thing, but with a different character and moral. So let me know if you'd like me to cover those in the future. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Wait. I never do an outro. Come to think of it, I don't remember coming back inside. Uh-oh. Turdy? Hey, go back to sleep.
What?
I'm not finished with you yet.
I don't under...
Look at that.